Hello, and what is going on today, guys? Tomcat here, and welcome back to SpinTires MudRunner, and this is a brand new map, and it's what I like to call a complete map. Even though it's not huge, it's still what I would like to call a complete map. Now, this is Hammers Park, and there are a lot of different things here that really make this map applicable to pretty much any type of vehicle. And you've noticed we brought along this Jeep Kaiser M715. We brought along a massive mud truck, monster truck thing, whatever you want to call it. We brought along a pre-runner, like a fully built pre-runner. We've also brought along a rock bouncer. Now, the closest thing that applies to one of these vehicles is what applies to the pre-runner. So we're going to put the body on the pre-runner and head over to the track. Now, the track is literally right next to the garage, and the brilliant thing about that is you can do all of the racing that you want. And say if you crash or if somebody else crashes, you have a garage right here, so you guys can handle any repairs you need to handle and get right back out on the track. It's really, really, really good for that. Now, that also means that basically, woo. That also means that this map is great for multiplayer racing, and this is not the only, area on the map where you can race, but it's really by far the best for actual, track stuff. You could technically make a race course out of the rest of this map, but I don't know if you'd want to. Now, you do have to make sure that you land on target off of these jumps, because if you don't, you will wind up in either the trees or the mud or somewhere. Actually, more than any of those, whoa, that was weird. More than any of those, you'll wind up in that guardrail, and that guardrail will screw you up. Like, it will damage your truck a lot. It will mess with your lap. It'll pretty much mess with everything you've worked to achieve up to that point. That guardrail will screw with it. So you really have to be on your toes, and as long as you are, you'll be fine. Now, let's see if I can maintain some more speed through the— whoa! Okay, note to self, don't shift it into high right there. Damn! That's intense. That's intense. I wasn't expecting that at all. I wasn't expecting that to be on the table even as a possible outcome. But I will say that at the end of the day, I mean, it is kind of oh god, one of those iffy little things that once it happens, you're like, okay. And then you end up having to just fix your truck. So this track is very basic, but at the same time, it can still be fun because with a track like this, you're more concerned about the actual racing than you are with, memorizing a complicated track layout. And there's something to be said for that. There really is, honestly. I mean, there's something to be said for focusing more on the racing at hand than, thinking about, where the track goes next. Because if you can get a field of people together that can just learn the track quickly, that makes for some really good, really fun, close racing. And, oh, that's going to be a crash. Oh, and that's going to be a glitch. That was, yeah, so that ended up there. So let's go ahead and grab, real quick though, I do want to run the Hades Duramax around the track just so I can see what it'll do and see what it's like. I don't even know if it'll make the jumps. I don't know how it's going to handle either. But yeah, I don't know how this thing will make those jumps. I don't know if it's fast enough to make those jumps. I mean, it's a 7-speed, but it takes it a little while to get up to 7th. So with that being said, let's give it a go and see what happens. Throw it in high and then back into automatic, so that puts it in 5th. Yo, it makes it no problem. Although the guardrails could be an issue. Oh no. So we're gonna have to basically anytime this thing hits mud, we gotta put it in high. Anytime this thing hits a corner, we gotta put it in high. So that I forgot how sensitive the transmission in this truck was. It's like if it even sees the slightest hint of mud, it throws itself back into first gear. It's pretty bad actually. It's pretty disappointing because you'll be like, oh yeah, I'm good to go, and then this truck sees the tiniest bit of mud, and it's like, oh yeah, not gonna work. It's like right back to first gear. No warning, no nothing. So I don't know why it does that, but I mean, I love this truck. Don't get me wrong, I love this truck, but the gearbox programming is kind of bad, and I don't know if that was a conscious decision or if that was something that just happened or what, but it is what it is, and I'm not the world's biggest fan of it. Now also, If you turn the diff lock off, note to self, it handles a hell of a lot better. What the? What? That was weird. I mean, it was just like, oh, yeah, so you're done. God, I wonder how much longer it'll last. Oh, come on. Don't get stuck in the mud now. I mean, just because I turned your diff lock off, it's like, pick one, handling or grip. There we go. Oh, build some speed, please. Please. Yeah. Aw. This thing is not going to work there for very long. Let's grab the rock bouncer now. Because this thing can basically take on whatever the hell it wants. And right now, we're going to put that to the test. Because there are some rock crawling trails throughout this. Whoa! Well, that's a mudding area out there. I need to fix the mud truck. And actually, you know what? I know we're in a rock bouncer, but I'm going to explore this area anyway. I'm curious because I haven't seen this yet. I've done a little bit of like a drive around the rest of the map, but I haven't been here yet. Oh, come on. Oh, God. Okay, that's actual mud. That, like, stopped us dead in our tracks. Like, 100% dead in our tracks. No questions asked. It was just like, and boom, you're done. Wall. For a second, I was thinking that this was going to be better here than the mud truck was, but the mud truck may actually end up being better here. I mean, this... Oh, dude, this is mud drag racing. Oh, you could use... It's got 2 lanes. You could use it for that. That's insane. Oh, my God. I know exactly what I'm bringing you guys in terms of multiplayer footage very, very soon, because that would be insane. Oh, that would be so much fun, too. I'm trying to put, like, half of the tires on the slightly more hard-packed ground so we can actually move. We go across, yeah, kinda. Automatic mode? Oh, wow. Oh, we threaded the needle through those trees. I wasn't even planning on doing that, but man. Oh, yes, this is what this thing is made for. Beautiful. Alright. We may be doing these backwards. I don't care. Let's go. Making progress. Slow the wheel speed down just a little. Like, just a little bit. I wonder if that was the key, though, because... Oh, God. Getting a little iffy going off the edge. Okay. So, slowing the wheel speed down apparently was not the key. So we're going to do it the rock bouncer way this time. We're going to attack it. Full force, in high, and hopefully not die. So let's go for it. That doesn't work either. Okay. But we did a slow approach. So what if we do a slightly more intense approach? It still doesn't work. All right. So we're going to have to kind of creep around the edge. We're going to have to creep around the edge in low range, like super low range crawler mode. Not that edge. Oh my God. Not that edge at all. I've never had this much trouble actually using this thing on an obstacle before. Trying to get it over something. Like, I mean, usually it goes right up over it, no questions asked. There we go. This is the direction I want it to point, right? This is the direction I want it to point, but whenever the rear axle... Oh, that may be the line. That may be the line. Maybe not. For a second, I was like, that may be the line, but at the same time, I'm like, it's just kind of one of those things where the rig itself, you know it wants to do it. It's just, God, it's just so iffy to try to make it up that. So iffy to try to make it up that rock. And it wants to so bad. God, it wants to so bad. I'm like trying to figure out how this would even work now. High range doesn't work. And I don't want to not do it because then I feel like I gave up on it. Let's see. I wonder if the M715 could manage it. TL cell spare in the back. I mean, it's worth a shot. I know it's not, you know, a rock bouncer or a crazy rock crawler or anything, but it's worth a shot because I'm not sure what the, Hold on, let's make sure we... Okay, yeah, never mind. I was going to make sure we didn't have any other fuel sources to fill up, but I think we're good. But, like, I mean, it would make sense to try. I mean, like I said, I know it's nothing, like, super crazy, but let's see how it does in the mud first. It's not terrible. It's better than the rock bouncer. I mean, it actually moves. That's a nice improvement over the rock bouncer, is that it actually does move through the mud rather than just sitting and spinning. And we're at the bottom of low 3 right now, which is pretty good considering the rock bouncer couldn't even really get out of low 2 without just spinning all of that wheel speed away. It just didn't want to do it. Come on. Oh my god, in high it does actually go. That is something that the rock bouncer would not do under any circumstances. Now, when it gets to a point, it does start to kind of, you know, bog itself down, but up until it gets to that point, it's an animal. Like, it's a beast. It just goes. See, we can make it up the side and then put it back into high and go over to that obstacle we were trying to work on with the rock bouncer. Oh, what are you doing? Are you serious? Here? I was about to say, like, boy, what? Alright, let's do this. I don't know if this is gonna happen or not, but, I mean, sure as hell gonna go for it. I'm gonna laugh so hard if the only thing that ends up being able to do this is the pre-runner. Oh, I saw some movement there. Like, it wanted to climb that rock. It really did. We're up. Now we just need to move the front end. Come on. Try to shift the front end a little further to the left. Little further to the left. Not bad. Not bad. Dude, this thing already outdid the rock bouncer. Holy crap. That is crazy. I don't know if it's got, like, the approach and departure angles to make the rest of this, but it did the first part. It did it really damn well, too. Just a little bit further, trying not to get high-centered here. Dude, this thing is a beast! Wow, that was awesome. Wow, that was good. I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. Put it in high to try to climb it. Whoa! I mean, it worked. Using high to get up that hill absolutely worked. Got to keep an eye on where I'm going now, because I almost drove off an edge. Wow, this thing is good, though. It's so capable. And you look at it and you think, okay, it's a trail riding rig. This thing crawls rocks, and it crawls them damn well. Way better than I would have ever expected. Like, this thing totally exceeded my expectations, 100%. Trying to find the line right now, because the line does kind of get a little hazy here. Well, number one, I've never been here before, so that's... Whoa, that is steep. That is whoa! Whoa, that is steep. Holy hell, that is ridiculous. Just got to keep your head in it, though, and you're good. But, man, if you screw that up, whoo, that's gonna be kind of iffy for you. That was a fun obstacle, though. That was super fun. This thing took it like a champ. I'm very impressed with how this thing did, especially in comparison to that crazy rock bouncer over there. Like, wow, what a beast. What a beast of a truck. And the thing is also on the same map, we went from rock crawling, well, we went from racing to rock crawling to the outhouse. But no, seriously, like, that was a blast. And there's even more. Like, over here, for example, I will use the C10 pre-runner to show that to you guys, because basically what that is it's, I don't know if it's supposed to be another racing area or if it's just supposed to be like a sand dune area you can mess around in, but I know for a fact that it's, I mean, it's a lot of fun. It's loads of fun, but when you get over here, you kind of struggle to figure out exactly what it's for, because when you look at it on the map, you're like, oh, it's a racing area. There's trails and stuff. Like, you can see outlined trails. But at the same time, when you actually get over here, and by the way, like, all this in here is a trail network. That's like trail riding and everything inside the map. This is the rock crawling area. This is all trail riding, and there's a little bit of rock crawling over here. But this sand area is kind of baffling to me, because the sand area, like, it doesn't really have a racetrack outlined in it. I mean, if it does, it's a very loose idea of what a racetrack is. I mean, personally, I think it's kind of just here to be fun. And there's nothing wrong with that. I just think that's kind of what it's here for. I think it's kind of just here to be fun and here to be, you know, here to be used as such. And once you figure the course out, technically it can be raced. But it's, I mean, you'd have to really figure the course out before you could race it. And I say that like it being serious. Like, you'd really have to figure this course out before you could properly race it, because it's not something you can just jump in and follow like barriers or follow signs and actually race. Like, this is a layout you would have to learn, and you could actually come up with your own layout here too. Because it's not a super defined layout, because like you look at it on the track and it looks, or on the map, and it looks like there's a track you can follow, but in reality, it's just kind of like a little bit of sand that's darker than the rest, and you're kind of given free reign to follow it or not follow it, based on what you want to do. But regardless, this map, even though it's not huge, it's really fun, it's really entertaining, and I really enjoyed it. The map creator actually ended up having to like repack the files or something, because when I originally downloaded the map, it didn't work. It didn't work with my game, and that was kind of a bummer to me, because I really wanted to use it. It was a really cool looking map, and I was like, oh, this seems like fun, right? So anyway, I downloaded it, I installed it the first time, and it didn't work, it didn't work, it didn't work. I kept getting errors, and I was like, oh, I wanted to use this map so bad. And then I went back and actually, like, fired it up and used it, and the new version, and I was like, man, this is actually a really fun map. So, hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, don't forget to leave me a like. Tell me in the comment section down below what you guys thought of it. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for more. I'll see you guys next time. Talk to y'all later.